Hi everybody, welcome to episode 173 of Fibertown. It's the day after American Thanksgiving, well, US Thanksgiving, and it's the 25th of November 2016. All these details, very hard for me today. But I'm glad to be here chatting with you all. I have a show today about woolly things, and if all goes well, I will have a guest for a segment, which is my new knitter husband. So, but I want to go through all of my own stuff before I bring on someone else. So we have some businessy things, I have an FO, I have lots and lots of whips, including several new ones. I have sewing and spinning, and I have acquisitions. I'm just making a note here with my very cool Statue of Liberty pen. Are you all jealous? Yep. So, welcome to my kitchen. Let's start. So, let's see. The Comfort Along is going on right now in the Ravelry group, and I will be giving away a prize at the end of December. And it's going to be a choice of hand spun, the winner's choice, and I will show you which 3 skeins are eligible right now. And the hand spun is because I'm starting in, I think December 21st, or whenever is the first day of winter, I'm starting a hand-spun winter along. And that's going to go until the first day of spring. There will be lots and lots of prizes. So this is the first one. This is, as I said, the winner chooses one of these 3. This is Continental Drift. It's a hobbledehoy art bat. It's got 70 yards, 4 ounces. Merino bamboo, soy silk, milk silk, sparkle, etc. in mystery locks. It's gorgeous. It's a chunky. Great for a hat or weaving. Then the other option is this. And this was a gift from my buddy Claire. And this is porpoise fur. Boy, it's so hard to say that. I don't know why. Porpoise fur. It's a UK dyer. 92 yards, another chunky chunk. And this is Suffolk, I believe, which is a breed you don't see. Yeah, it's a down breed. It's a breed you don't see very often. Look at the chunk on this. Super chunk. So that is an option. And the other option is a fractal spin by Greenwood Fiberworks. And this is the Fig colorway. Figs, sorry. And this is 320 yards. So those are the 3 options. The winner will let me know which one they want at the end of December, so enter. There is, as always, a ton of inspiration in that thread. So I just can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Every day I go on there and get lots of cool ideas. So this is my color affection, which is gray. And it's all hand spun, breed specific, yada, yada, yada. This was my first time spinning woolen, this fin up at the top. It's just gorgeous, if I do say so. I hadn't worn this in ages, and I put it on today to go to work, and I love Finn. It's just lovely stuff. And this was a lamb, I believe, a Finn lamb. And let's see what else. There was, I know the white is Romney, and I think this darker gray is Jacob. I'd have to go back and look at my project page because it's been 3, 4, 5 years since I spun and knit this. Well, since I spun it, for sure. Probably less since I knit it. So, yeah, I think that's it for business and administrative stuff. Let's talk about my FO. I finished my 12th pair of socks for the year. These are incredibly hard to capture on screen or on photo. That's pretty accurate, though, really. These are No Pearl Monkeys. Monkey sock pattern is a free pattern on Knitty by Cookie A. And this yarn is Sokusu in the Lorelei colorway. These are going to my mother-in-law. She picked the yarn, I picked the pattern. Took me about a month to knit them. And they're gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right, that's it for FOs. But, people, there are works in progress. And let me show you my next sock cast on. This is magical wool. cast this on yesterday at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is out of 2 types of handspun. The first is American Wensleydale, North American Wensleydale. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I super duper love this Wensleydale. It's from Gypsy Wools in Colorado, and I got it from a class I took with Deborah Robeson 2 years ago at Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival. Quite a formative class for me, I have to say. So yeah, I'm doing heels. I love the heel flap. It looks like a patch. And then I've just started the toe decreases out of the Wensleydale as well. So this is what the Wensleydale looks like in the ball. It's a 3-ply that I spun. I combed it and spun it 3-ply. It's pretty thin. It's a sport to DK, both of these yarns. So I cast on with 48 stitches. So the other wool is North Ronaldsay. From the same class with Deb Robeson, I got samples and I traded people for other wools for both of these wools because I was so enamored with both of them. But the North Ronaldsay just tickles me to no end. It is a rare breed, like rare, and it's from the island of North Ronaldsay in the Orkneys. I believe that's right. It's not Hebrides, is it? I think Orkneys. So it's a primitive breed. It has tons of Kemp in it, and I gladly left the Kemp in the spinning and the processing. In fact, I didn't wash it. I think it was lightly washed when I received it, but there was still sand from the beach because these sheep live on the beach, basically. They forage for seaweed, and that's the staple of their diet. They are kept off of the very little grazing land that there is on the island. It's a small island. It's mainly like a bird watching outpost and ornithology kind of studies. But the sheep are just pretty amazing. The downy undercoat is very soft. I've kept the outer as well, and then the Kemp. And I love the colors that it's giving. It actually reminds me a bit of a beach. So I spun half. I took the wool, divided it in half. I combed half. Actually, no, I combed all of it, but there was significant waste because a lot of the wool was felted or cotted from the seawater and the waves that did the cotting on the sheep. And so I had quite a bit of combing waste, which I then carded. So this is the carded preparation, and this is the combed preparation. So I will not have enough of the combed preparation to do a whole other sock. So what I will do is use the carded for the leg and the combed for the foot of the second sock because I feel like the combed preparation has less air and hopefully it'll be a little denser and less likely to wear through as fast. So I'm in love with these socks. And I know that people love afterthought heels, but frankly, I do not get the point. My point of view is the only thing they're good for is pictures. And I know I'm saying something controversial here, but I've done 2 afterthought heels. That was enough. I'm surprised I even did the second. The first, they're just, I guess you can do them garter stitch, but then they're bulkier. But I need a reinforced heel. And typically afterthought heels are stockinette, and that doesn't last. Maybe if you're just wearing your socks as bed socks, it'd be fine. But I think they look nice for taking pictures, and then they're in your shoes, and what's the use? They're going to wear through. So I'm all about my own construction. All right, so that's the magical wool socks. Yay! I just want to knit on them. Knit, knit, knit. The other thing I have going on is, okay, let's show this one. Another new cast on. This is for my darling friend, Mary Lee. We're doing some bartering for knitted things for art. I have cast on some cuffs in hazelnuts, which was, I think, a swap gift. Hazelnuts artisan sock, and then, look at that. This is Lollipop yarn, and it is, I bought this at Looped Yarn Works in DC in DuPont Circle, which is one of my favorite yarn stores. And it's the Rainbow Connection, 4 rows each, color me happy. This is her beefcake base, and it knits up in a flash. In fact, I did from here to here in the movies. I went to see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So that's the rest of it. And I'm knitting these, oh, I should have said I'm knitting these socks on 3mm needles, 48 stitches, and these are Knit Pro Zings from the Woolly Thistle. These are, there's my little Ross Farm charm. These are ChowGoo 9-inch circulars. I think they're good for movies, and I was able to go pretty fast. They're not my preferred. I prefer DPNs. I'm faster on DPNs, but DPNs in movies are risky. Yeah, because you know you're going to drop it. At least I am. I think, and these are US 1.5s, 2.5mm. I think that was a mistake. It's pretty stiff fabric. I didn't realize that this was a beefcake based. And it's not going to be socks. I think it would be fine if they were socks. So I'm toying with pulling them out. I don't know, but I think they'll be fine. I mean, especially when they're washed. I'll probably not tear them out. What am I not just kidding myself saying that I would. So that's in my Java Jenny Kitchen Counter Crafter bag, which is a lovely little bag. So we have 2 sweaters on the needles, plus a hoe, which is this little mitten. This is a made-up mitten, made-up cabley mitten. I winged it, put a cable on the front from the new Noragon cable book. I kind of love it. Did a little double decrease on either side of the thumb. It made it kind of cute and pointy. So these are out of Soulful Stash. I don't have the ball band with me. These were from a farm in Massachusetts, I think. And it's a single. It's a Romney single, chunky single. So the second one is on the needles, and I think these are US 8s or 9s, DPNs, and I've just finished the gusset on the second one. There it is. So the other 2, as I said, other 2 works in progress are sweaters, and I'm having some doubts about both of my sweaters, folks. This is all the yarn I have left. This is hand spun yogurt 3-ply, which is kind of a dirty fleece to sweater project. And I have more of it, but it's in bat form. It is unspun and it is undyed. This is what I have. This is the numbers for the flax cardigan. This is it sideways. So it's about to my belly button. This is the back of it. This is the upside down smiles. This was the Smiling Diamonds pattern from Barbara Walker's Stitch Dictionary #1. But I realized if I wear it with these at the front, I can look down at them and see the smiles looking up at me. So silver lining. This is the front. I had planned on steeking it, and I don't know if that will happen. What I'm finding, is my hand spun down here is very nice and even, and then it's incredibly textured up here. And now I swatched with stuff that was not that textured, and it did block out quite nicely. So kind of counting on the blocking here. But at this point, it's doubtful whether or not I will have enough. You know, I can absolutely, and it is hand dyed, and you can see variations, and I am alternating skeins. But I think I'll have enough for the body. I don't think I'll have enough for the sleeves. I'm knitting it really loosely also, which I think is why you see a lot of the texture. Yeah, as I said, it comes to the top of my belly button. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. It's an adventure. It's exciting. It's thrilling. Making it up as I go along. So yes. US 7s, 4.5mm, and it's going back in my bag, which I made out of some, this was actually core spun, I realized. See that big slub there? And it's holding up very well. The bag I sewed out of my hand woven. All right, the other sweater is over here. It's the Lovage, and I am on chart C of the Lovage. So now my colorwork repeats, they've gone from 6 stitches to 9 to 12. So why I'm having doubts about this particular, I love the pink and the purple and light green. So between charts, you do these sort of, they should be decreases because this should be knit from the bottom up, but I'm doing them increases. And you basically are the first go around, you knit one, increase, knit one, increase. And just to do, I've been doing knit front and back because I am. And it's giving a bit of a ruffle there. See the blue? Bit of a ruffle. That was the first increase, and then the next one is it that? Anyway, the third one was this purple down here. Now, I obviously cannot count to 9 or 12, so I have put in markers for every single bloody repeat of the pattern. So it keeps me on track, and I don't have to memorize, I don't have to refer to the chart every time. I can just look back at the previous repeat and see what the stitch, you know, how many pinks and how many browns and that sort of thing, and in what order. So that's working well for me, but that's a lot of markers to slip. So now that the chart is 12 stitches per repeat, it takes me 40 minutes to do one row, because I also have to concentrate on my tension quite a bit, because I tend towards tighter tension, and that puckers in color work. So I have to be in the right frame of mind here, but I think once it's about, I think I need to put this on another needle and try it on. I think I might be not more than an inch from separating for the armholes. So it is, I will admit, challenging to reverse engineer, but I've decided just to try to stick to the chart and the rest not just kind of go my own way, as it were. When I'm ready for the armholes, I will put them in, and I will guesstimate the sleeve, if I'm not doing exactly what the pattern calls for the sleeve circumference, that's okay. I can try it on. So I thought I was going to use this for the purple. This is Loft in the, what's this called? Old World, I believe. So I knit for this purple here, and it just didn't look right. I don't know if it's, the rest of these are kind of mid-tone, and this is just very saturated, just too dark in value compared to the rest of these. So I really do like this purple instead. I think it gives it a more whimsical feel, and it just looks better. And this is the purple. It's the same as this light green Harrisville Shetland 2-ply. And I bought these years and years and years ago when I went to Clover Hill. And I think that was the one thing I purchased there. So they've been sitting on my shelf waiting ever since. So that's lovage. What else? What else can I tell you? Do I have another work in progress? I might. Nope, I guess not. So sewing and spinning. Oh, you know what? Future knitting. I do want to take this Loft that I'm not going to use, and this Loft, which is Snowbound, and then I want to get a skein of Loft in the Homemade Jam colorway. Design something with those 3 colors, socks or mittens. I just think they're going to be spectacular. Homemade Jam is a raspberry color. Yay! What else? Okay, so sewing. I did put together another bag with some hand wovens. Disastrous interfacing down here. Disastrous. So I might unpick this whole thing, reuse the zipper and that sort of thing. This was a better zipper than the one I have in my other bag, and I just lined it with a white muslin, again just testing things out. So yeah, I think this will get unpicked because really, really bad interfacing. Yeah, so that's the only thing I finished sewing wise, I have cut out the pieces of my plaid Anna dress. And I did some adjustments to this pattern. I'm going to do long sleeves, well, 3/4 length. So I drafted that out. So here is their kimono sleeves. So here's pattern piece number 1. You can see where I've drawn in the darts. There's some pin heads for the tops of the darts. I need to line it. I need to buy some Bemberg, which is like a very breathable rayon. So I'm going to make a lining for this because this is wool, beautiful wool plaid that I got on sale in Charlottesville. Charlottesville, Virginia. There was a great fabric store there, and all I had was 2 yards. So I have been creative cutting out the skirt. In fact, I don't know. I'm going to sew the skirt first to see if it works because I think there are 6 panels that form the skirt, and I couldn't cut one of them on the grain. So I cut it against the grain. Now it's not going to matter pattern-wise, and again, those are drawn in darts. It's not going to matter pattern-wise. This is the back, the 2 back pieces. The zipper goes between them. But I felt like, okay, this is the stretch on the grain, and this is the stretch against the grain. I don't feel like they're significantly different. So the panel that I ended up cutting was the side panels of the skirt. So I hope that's going to be the least. So it's, it's not going to be facing you when I walk in, and it's not going to have shenanigans with the zipper in the back. It's going to be on the side. So we shall see. So I'm going to sew the skirt first and hang it and see how it looks, and then I'll proceed with the rest. Skirt's very simple to sew. So it'll be the first time I've done a lining, and I think the skirt lining floats free. It doesn't attach at all to the outer skirt, which seems like a better bet than me trying to match everything. So yeah, I just need to get the lining, and I will start the construction. All right, spinning. I have spun some rambouillet. So I've got 4 storage bobbins worth, and these will be 3-plied. Still have quite a bit more to spin, so it's just ongoing. I have some hobbledehoy, and this is frozen lemonade batlings. Mostly, these were all spindle spun and applied on my wheel. Just gorgeous. She's a genius. And this is Polworth Tencel silk, sari silk, and gold sparkle. There's not a lot of sparkle, just a wee bit. For the pink, I got 148 yards of a 2-ply, and this is 116 yards. I'm going to stripe these into something super fun. Maybe more gauntlets, because I just love my gauntlets. I wear them all the time. Also, I spun the little bat that came with my new Golding spindle. However, I didn't spin it on my Golding. This is Empire Apple by Inglenook. Cordial, Merino, BFL Silk, Bamboo, and Silk Noil. Spectacular colors. Look at the reds and the blacks and the apple green. This is on my Bosworth Moosey. I love this spindle too. I love my spindles. I have quite a few spindles, and they all got used. Almost all of them got used in the past week or 2. Now, I walked by my jar of spinning leavings. So whatever is left on a bobbin that I don't feel like plying with an Andean bracelet and adding to the main yarn, I will just ball it up and plop it in this jar. This jar has been brimming over for quite a while, so I randomly 2-plied the little bits of leftovers. It has not been finished, but you guys, I really love it. And I recalled some of the spins. I had a Joanna Spring Knit Spin Farm bat in there with a little nugget left over. As I said, this has not been, look at it needs a good wash in hot water. Look at that. There was some Gourmet Stash, Yak Silk. There was a lot of hand processed stuff. Makes me really happy. I'll probably weave with this This is the second time I've done this sort of thing. So every 2 years I get enough leftovers. This was 400 yards, I believe. Very, very fun. So that is all I've got for spinning. But I do have acquisitions. This is weird. Hello. So this is our segment. What are we calling this? Married for 20 years? Newbie knitter? Dude knitting? This is freezing a little bit. Doesn't like you. Like the dog. The dog doesn't like you either.
That's weird.
So, who are you?
I'm Jaime, and I am the Spaniard on Ravelry,
Yes, he is.
and I'm your husband here.
This is true.
Yeah.
So, how long have you, oh, sorry.
No,
How long have you been knitting?
Perhaps like 30 hours compound.
30? No. In days, in months.
Like since February last
I think
February?
so.
Yeah.
Do you want to show what was the first thing you knit?
Yeah. So this is the first thing I knit.
This was the present cowl.
Yeah.
And I don't know who that's by. I think it was free.
I don't know. It's nice.
Is that the right side or that's the wrong side?
Okay.
Show it up. Hold it up to the camera.
Thanks.
This was out of periwinkle sheep. Oh, wait a minute. No, maybe that is the wrong side.
Yeah. Okay.
Like this. It doesn't help that the screen is freezing. And yeah, can you see some beginner mistakes? So tell us about the knitting of this cowl.
So we've been doing something with the students in my school every year, and
knitting camp.
Yeah, and so I was supposed to be just like the driver and the cook, and but I got into it, so I needed that.
Can you put it on?
Sure.
Yeah. Do you remember what kind of needles you used?
No.
There's some fuzz on it. Probably 7s or 8s. It was a good first project because it has, well, it's in the round, and then it has garter and stockinette, so you learn how to do that. Do you remember which is which? Garter and stockinette? No?
I don't.
This one, all the V's is stockinette, and then the bumps is garter stitch. And, yeah. Do you wear it?
Yeah, I do.
You're more into the next thing you knit, I would say.
Yeah.
More into wearing that.
Yeah.
Show us that one.
So that was harder. It's how do you call it?
The Hitchhiker by Martina Baim.
Yeah, and that was much harder to knit.
Why?
Look at this one.
You got a little extra.
Yeah.
It's all right.
No, I learned different techniques. That was good. But,
So-
it's totally irregular.
But you have far fewer, like, inexplicable beginner mistakes. You know those beginner mistakes sometimes that you're like, what did you do? I can't figure it out. And you end up leaving them because it's more demoralizing to the beginner to rip back.
Yeah.
More on ripping back later. So, what else do you remember
So
learning or about the yarn or about the knitting experience? Like, do you remember where you were?
well, what I remember is that I think that when you start knitting, to me the signs that you are a true beginner is that you kind of know how to do it, but you don't understand why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can learn to do stuff, but you don't know how it works. So I cannot fix the mistakes because I don't know how it works.
Have you started fixing mistakes
Very,
since?
very like just if I skip a stitch or something.
Like if you don't knit it but you slip it,
Yeah.
then you
yeah,
can bring it
that's-
back.
Yeah.
How do you fix that?
You just go back.
You just go back to the left-hand needle?
Yeah.
Show the mug you have today, because I know a viewer sent us that.
Oop.
Yeah, he uses it a lot. And let's see. Oh, we're about to have an invasion. This ought to be fun. So, hello.
Hi.
We're podcasting. Anyway, so give us some privacy, okay? We'll have lunch soon. Did you eat over there?
Kind
Of course you ate over there. a tiny bit means tons. So what do you remember? So, I mean, look at the knitting though. Much improved from that first one. This was Miss Babs, a sport weight Miss Babs 3-ply, yummy 3-ply perhaps, in the coffee break colorway. And so, do you remember how you did these teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah, you need to, how you call that, to cast, not to, when you finish the project.
Oh, to cast off.
No.
Bind off.
Bind off, yeah.
And then
there was a knit front and back thing.
which you called
Kubafa.
Kubafa. No, it was Kufa-ba.
Yeah.
Well, either one.
Yeah.
So beautiful. And this one gets a lot of wear.
Yeah, this one, yeah. And a lot
very
of
cool.
talk about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So people compliment you?
Yeah.
And you like that? And then,
And
but do you remember where we were when you were knitting this?
mm-hmm.
When you cast it on, at least. Because I always associate
Where were we?
projects with something place related or experience related.
I remember.
We were in Bedford, Virginia, at that rental.
Oh, yeah.
With the goats
Mm-hmm,
in the mountains.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When was that?
That was...
In August?
late-
Yes, it was
late
mid-August.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what came next after that?
After that, well, I needed a hat for a
yes.
colleague
Yes.
because she's the one in the department who does all the party stuff. And
I have to talk louder. She does all
Sorry.
the party stuff
Yeah.
in the department.
Yeah. And,
Birthdays?
Yeah, birthdays and stuff. So
Have you seen her wear it yet since it's been colder?
No. Hopefully she does.
Yeah.
It was blue, like sky blue.
It was Manos.
Yeah.
Well, Classica, Maxima, one of those.
Mm-hmm.
A singles yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And then
another gift, which has not been given yet.
yeah, it's a baby hat. The baby shower was actually on Tuesday.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. I don't know how to hold this. It's too small.
It's adorable. And this was a pattern on Ravelry.
Yeah,
I can't recall the name. It was like baby hat, cast on 100 stitches and fingering.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
proud of that. Beautiful.
That was good.
And you must remember where you were when you knit that.
Must I?
You must. I require that you remember.
Mm. Oh, it's right back.
Get right back. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
That was good. There was a lot of in front of the fireplace knitting in our rental. It was a great place.
The shoe.
The shoe. It was called the shoe, like the old lady who lives in a shoe. And then the current knitting.
Yeah, that's not good.
To every knitter,
So,
some gargantuan mistakes must happen. And this is on me a great deal.
should I
as
just try it and
The one who is making up the pattern for you. Yeah, just give them a visual.
Okay.
Here. He made a gusset and everything. With cuff a buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty. Right here.
Yeah.
But you might notice there's
Yeah.
some ease. There's some extra fabric. This is growing on me, Jaime.
Yeah.
Do you really think it's that big a deal?
Look
There's
here.
a lot of extra
Yeah.
fabric. But
Perhaps we should have a referendum.
a referendum, a poll, you mean?
Poll, yeah.
Should he rip back and do shaping or not? So you'd have to rip back to about here. And then he said that he wouldn't do a gusset the next time. And it only took you a day, 2, 3 days of knitting. And it's
I don't know.
gorgeous.
Yeah. I like the yarn a lot.
So this is Knit Picks Felici. Do you remember the colorway?
Beyond the wall.
Beyond the Wall.
Yeah.
Yes. Winter is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kept saying, have you tried it on? So it's a little bit your fault because you didn't try it on. And it's a lot my fault because I didn't think to tell you to do any shaping. I feel bad because it's so, how does it feel? Tell me how it feels to think about ripping back fully half of the knitting you've done. And then having to do a second one.
Yeah. Well, not
Not good.
but not like awful,
I could do like a seam on a sewing machine, but I might completely botch it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think I need to sit on it for a little bit before deciding.
So got a dropped stitch. Sit on it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Sit on it. Is that something people say?
No.
Mullet. I don't know. Maybe they do. So.
Yeah. So.
How do you think you're leaning thus far?
Destruction.
Destruction.
Yeah.
Frog.
Yeah. But I think I want to wait a little bit.
Picture yourself wearing it in 3 months, because you'll have to knit the second one just the same.
Mm-hmm.
How will you feel?
In 3 months, I don't know.
Well, in the future, you're walking the snowy woods, and you have your Beyond the Wall mitts on, and they are baggy. How does that play out?
Not too bad, but it's just, I want to do it well.
Okay. So, but your knitting has improved amazingly since that first cowl.
Yeah.
With the funky
Ta-da.
errors. How pretty is that? So how do you like the stripes, the knitting self-striping yarn?
It's fun because you progress, so you feel it when you progress. And but this yarn is actually a little bit small for beginners, I think. It's
everyone's got
it's tiny.
Some people start knitting socks and they
Yeah.
knit with fingering weight yarn, which is what this is. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to drink coffee.
Try to drink coffee. Don't slurp. I was just saying you can't slurp your coffee, and you can't have an audible swallow. I hate that. I think you did, though. I hope you guys didn't hear the audible swallow. So what about future knitting? What do you want to make?
I don't know. I think I would like to make another scarf.
Like a shawl thingy?
Yeah. And perhaps a little bit socks, but that's when I see you make them. It sounds complicated.
Well, you were afraid of using DPNs.
Yeah.
And so we got these 9-inch circulars.
Yeah, I'm very bad at this, where you are right now.
People in the beginning, I was too. But then it makes, and you have used them before, like on the hat.
Yeah. That was the hardest part of the hat.
For the hat.
Yeah.
But then a lot of it is just managing all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you get more dexterity, as you said, with it. The more you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have to... Did you use DPNs for the top of that hat? The little baby hat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about these little tiny circular needles, though? I mean, you've knit all this on them.
Yeah, it was hard in the beginning. I don't know why. The stitches were not smooth at all. And then it got easier.
How does it feel in your hands?
It's kind of crampy.
Crampy?
Yeah.
But look.
But that might be me because I'm clicking.
No, I think it's also the needles. I've heard people say that you have to hold them very delicately. Yeah. So you have a nice gauge. It's not too tight, not too loose. And so you want to knit possibly socks and another scarfy shawl thing.
Yeah. I have a lot of hats. Thank you.
I have knit you many, many hats. So, should we close this thing out?
Sure.
So, where can people find you again on Ravelry?
The Spaniard.
The Spaniard?
Yep.
And your girlfriend is knocking at the door for you.
I'll let her in.
Okay. All right, so thanks.
No problem. Bye.
So, I'm knitting for my friend, Mary Lee, and I'm going to knit her a cowl out of this. This is Madeline Tosh Light. I got this at Looped in DC, and this is Glass Bottom Boat. If you guys have any infinity cowl patterns that you love for one skein of Mad Tosh Light, I have some ideas, but I thought I would ask if you guys do. I'm really looking forward to knitting it. I really haven't knit a project out of MTL. Is that how you say it? MTL? So that's for her. That's totally her color. So very exciting. I got, I put a call out on the group for people who wanted to swap. And I'm putting together the packages now. I hope to mail them tomorrow, Monday at the latest. I got one today, and I have to up my game. I have a pretty good swap game. Pretty good, I do say. But this lady, and I'm going to show you in a minute. Nice. But I got a package also from someone who didn't want to swap. She just wanted to send me fabric, and it was just the nicest. So, Jar Green, thank you so much. I thanked you on Ravelry already, but lady, it's just an awesome package to get. She sent me a bunch of teas, including some local tea. Well, she doesn't live in Charleston, but I think she's from Charleston. And yeah, imported plants from Asia, growing tea in Charleston. And I had this one. It was delicious. So I can't wait to try the others. So this is a mess now, but she sent me just a rainbow of like fat quarters and bits. So I have reds and oranges and russets. Then I have like some yellows. But wait, there's more. More yellows. And then let me show you the greens and blues and purples. So lots of fun things to play with. She just said she has an incredible fabric stash and she wanted to share. So you guys, thank you so much. These will go into the stash of fabric. And then I have one that I just received that I haven't even opened everything because I just wanted to savor it. But let me show you a few things. This came from Pittsburgh, and this is the wool that came in it. Yarn hollow. This is a Polworth silk, hematite color. Look at the subtlety here. It looks purpley blue on the screen, but it's really more of a gray, like a charcoal with subtle browns. Stunning. Super stunning. 330 yards. Crazy beautiful. And I received also handmade paper by a local artisan. So yeah, it's all protected by this wax paper, but look at that. Gorgeous. This was all rolled up nicely. Everything's so wonderfully labeled. This is a little mini, and it is handspun by her, Southdown Alpaca Farm Roving. And I think this is, I can't remember how to pronounce your Ravelry name. I think it's Infric. I hope I'm doing that right. Let me double check. So yay. Let's see, it is Infric, Katie from Pittsburgh. Southdown Alpaca gorgeousness. This will go in my blanket. And then there's coffee. Oops, hang on. I don't switch. Are we still recording? Sorry. There's coffee. There is peach marmalade, you guys. These are not things I expected, but they're just icing on the cake. And then they're just small paper packages tied up with string. In this case, looks like hand spun string. And these are seeds from her dyer's garden because it's important to plan for the future. I am tickled. Hopi blue corn from this year. Dyer's Coreopsis Tinctoria. Oh, Tinctoria. I think it's still on sale. I think it ends today. And then that's my pattern. And this is Cormos. Sulfur Cormos. Cosmos. Sorry. I was like, wait, there's a wool flower? No, that must be Cosmo. These will be planted in my garden next spring. And then, oh my goodness, there's all sorts of other good stuff here, you guys. The chocolates. But I'm going to keep this all to myself. But, oh my gosh, wait, buttons? Vintage buttons. Okay, I have to dig through the rest of this package. Super lovely. Yay. So I'm very glad. I needed a cheer up, and I've had tons of fun putting together the swap packages for my partners. We're all swapping together. So yeah, if you want to swap with somebody, feel free to post in that thread in the Rav group and see if anyone bites. You guys can work out a swap. I think that's it. The light is fading. It is the dark days of the year when the veil is thin, as they say. And so just keep knitting, guys. Just keep knitting. And be kind to each other and take care. See you next time.
So, how many Thanksgivings have you had in the States?
Let's see, since Thanksgiving of 90...
Talk louder, maybe.
Thanksgiving of 93, I think.
Okay.
No, 92.
Yeah, it was 92.
Yeah.
And
So that's...
what was that first one like? Because they can do the math.
Yeah.
Not us. We're not that great at math.
So I spent it in Delaware,
Yeah?
in Wilmington, with a family of students who lived in a German house in William and Mary.
Okay.
And
Do you remember her name?
no,
Does it start with a D? I like guessing games. Dahlia? Delilah?
I don't.
Deirdre?
No.
I feel like it started with a D. Anyway, continue. Diana?
And they drank a lot of beer, and we played frisbee golf.
Ooh,
That
what
was
did you
cool.
think?
Yeah, that was fun. It was like all, it was misty and it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, what did you think of the food?
I don't remember really. I think that
Were there marshmallows on anything?
maybe on orange stuff and marshmallows on top. You know,
And what did you think of that?
that was not good. That was not.
I think we're offending a bunch of people right now.
I'm sorry.
I'm not anti-marshmallow by any means. In fact, I make my own on occasion, or I used to.
But not with potatoes.
And not potatoes or yams.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or sweet potatoes. Those are different things, though.
Oh, and for the first time in my life, I stepped in a blockbuster video.
Ooh, we're showing our age.
And
And he's in movie.
they wanted to be nice, so they rented a
Person.
bunch of Spanish movies.
Aw, Almodovar.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the Women on a Verge of a Nervous Breakdown was the only thing.
No, they rented
In '92, they had more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They rented one called "What I've Done to Deserve This."
That's a good one.
Yeah.
¿Qué he hecho yo para merecer esto?
Ooh, yeah,
Yes. In fact, I think that might be my favorite one.
yeah,
Is that the one with the lizard?
yeah. And
Yes.
the woman killing the husband with a ham.
Yes. Which is a Hitchcock.
Yeah,
trope.
it's a reference to Hitchcock. Yeah.
Yes.
Hitchcock is not a ham. Is a
Roast beef because
no,
of
lamb,
English.
lamb.
Oh, like a lamb.
And then she cooks the lamb and feeds it to the police.
And that's the murder weapon.
Yeah.
And she feeds it to the police.
Yeah,
He was an abusive husband.
yeah.
Oh,
Somebody won.
is that cricket? Sometimes we get cricket matches.
Oh, it looks like that.
Sometimes we have football, Latin football, Latin American soccer, cricket matches, and no, we don't have a baseball diamond here. We do over there.
We have three.
This is our park. Oh yeah, there they are. There's the baseball diamonds.